Robin.
Good morning. Got a busy show today. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show.
Good morning.
Morning, Anthony.
Morning.
We were just discussing Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, the Sheen thing continues.
We're trying to fade out of this whole thing, but
I think everybody is, but it's...
but every day there's something to discuss. And it's very interesting because it gives you a look inside the mainstream media as well.
Right. It's not just Charlie Sheen. It's how everybody is responding and reacting to Charlie Sheen.
It gives you a look into what social media is about in this day and age and the potential of it.
Yeah.
And we were just watching these dummies on Fox Local here in New York. Just completely clueless. They don't get what Charlie Sheen's doing right now. If you remember yesterday, me and Ant both were in agreement that his Ustream show that he did over the weekend really, really sucked. It was horrible.
It blew. He was trying to do a talk show.
Right. He was trying to do radio.
Yeah.
It's a radio show format that you can peek into.
Right.
And he was really, really bad at it.
Horrible.
And we said it, and most of the people out there said it.
Mm-hmm.
So now he adjusted because he does have people around him. And I think they pretty much told Charlie what we were talking about yesterday. I'm not saying they were listening to us. I think it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it.
People aren't tuning you in to see normal Charlie Sheen. They want to see the crazy, out-of-control Charlie Sheen.
Right. They don't want to see him sitting there doing topics and discussing things with his cronies. They want to see a lunatic.
They don't want to see one of those hip hats,
his hipster hat
that the hipsters are wearing. They don't want to see a showered Charlie Sheen. They don't want to see a well-rested Charlie Sheen.
Two-camera shoot where it's bouncing back and forth, different angles. Yeah,
they want to see someone out of his fucking mind. Now,
with
is he
Blair Witch camera?
Yeah, is he out of his fucking mind? I don't know. He could be manic because he's off the drugs. He could be back on the drugs. I don't really know. I think it's a combo of everything, really. So what you saw yesterday was out of control Charlie Sheen again, because that's what everybody wants to see, and that's what keeps the talk going. But we're watching the dopes locally, and they're like, oh my God, look at this guy. Look at his hair. His hair is out of control, and he's yelling at a plane that was going overhead, and he looks just completely out of his mind. That's what he wanted you to think.
Yeah, that's absolutely what he was doing.
And I don't know why they can't pick up on that and discuss it in that way.
Yeah, somebody should be able to tell the news. Interns say, hey, watch that that broadcast there and tell me what's going on. Something. But they took it literally. They took his broadcast that he did last night literally. Mm-hmm. And if you do that, he looks like he's lost his mind and really needs to be institutionalized immediately. Yeah. But if you know the whole story, which the news should, you realize this is just another work.
But then you got the Drudge Report. They're showing the pictures of Charlie's crazy hair, saying, look at this lunatic.
Yeah, they got 3 pictures of him on Drudge, and he does look like he really needs to be institutionalized. But yet again, the pictures are taken out of context. He wants to look like that. He was trying to put on a crazy Charlie character because he was trying to be too normal during the last broadcast.
Yeah, the normal thing isn't working.
Not working.
And him and his people realized that.
So he went over the top, and he was saying things like the news said. They actually said this. He was just ranting and raving about planes flying overhead, and it wasn't really that. He was on the phone, and he couldn't hear the speakerphone with the plane flying over, so he was like, oh, wait, another plane flying over. He's like, there's a plane with noise connected to it. Right. Which was like the only kind of funny thing he said, a plane with noise connected to it. And if you know what's going on, you'd realize he's not being a real crazy person. He's being what he thinks everybody wants to see.
He's playing a character.
Right.
Although he still could be manic, but he's certainly trying to play this character. And the mainstream media, I know they're lazy in general, but all the signs are right there. All you got to do is watch this Sheen's Corner, whatever it's called. What is it called again? That's where I'm out. Sheen's Corner,
Sheen's Corner. Yeah. With a K, by the way.
and one of the clips I'm watching, he's strategizing on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's got a tweet master because they want every tweet to kind of be crazy and say something, maybe a catchphrase, and then
fastball,
and then they're strategizing, basically admitting how bad that Ustream show was.
Yeah,
And that, you need to do 10-minute shows, and you need to be kind of crazy, and you need to be...
A crazy guy doesn't strategize like that.
It was all in front of you.
Right.
If you wanted to do, your homework.
It's right there in front of you.
But the media just looking in and saying, oh, he's got to be crazy because he looks crazy.
But if you watch and listen to what's going on, you realize, he's planning all this out. Also, last night's webcast that he did, Sheen's Corner.
We got a few clips.
It was only 10 minutes long.
Which they strategized
about. Also, pre-recorded. Now, on the Ustream feed, it said live, but what he did was he recorded it in cam and then just fed that through the web server, the Ustream. So it came up saying live, but it wasn't live. It was cut. It was edited in a few spots. I think what happened was he was ranting, raving, then looked back at it and took out the parts where maybe he said something that wasn't crazy, wasn't, it didn't flow in with his craziness. So it's very calculated.
Of course it is.
The whole thing's very calculated. It wasn't this off the cuff, let's turn the camera on and be wild because he's a madman.
Of course. And then they have video of him on top of that building in L.A., what is it, the Live Nation building?
Yeah.
And he's basically saying he's having a top secret meeting.
Waving a machete or something?
Yeah, but the news is and now there's footage of him on top of a building with a machete.
It sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy. Live Nation isn't going to allow Charlie Sheen to go on their roof with a machete,
unless they got some deal going.
Right, unless they're in on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Conan O'Brien thing, where Conan did some... crazy things, not like Charlie Sheen, but and he was drinking some mystery juice.
Yeah.
Like they're hinting, is he drinking and does he have a machete? Yes, of course he has a machete because we have the video and who's going to stop him? And no, that was all calculated too, assholes.
The drinking thing was he wasn't showing what he was drinking because he doesn't want the label seen until people pay.
Right, which is smart.
Like he's not putting anything on cam until people pay.
Yeah, because now he's realizing the social media can be very profitable.
Could be to have some bucks attached to it. But the news made it look, through their clever editing, like he was hiding what he was drinking because it was booze.
Yeah, he could be drinking again.
Right.
He's not going to drink on camera. We have no idea if he's partying again, but he's not going to do it on camera.
No.
He has too much to lose. He wants to get his kids back. And as much as he's putting on that smiley face, he is severely fucking bummed that he got knocked off 2.5 Men. I'm sorry, but that is a fact.
That's the gig, and it's not like another one's coming the next day.
No.
He's got to wait this out. He's got to prove that he isn't crazy. He's got to build up with some acting gigs. Like and that's if he can. Now he's just a guy that has really nothing.
It was a cushy gig. I was telling Ed, being on a sitcom, not that we would know, but you only work like half the year, and then you got a lot of time to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that sitcom, you're hauling in what, $2.5 million a week?
Yeah.
And he has a smiley face, like free at last.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Free.
Most of this is bullshit.
Good, winning, good, free.
I would really like to know what the winning is in this whole thing.
Where's the winning?
He lost his kids, and he lost a great gig.
His gig. When does he win?
I don't know. I don't know where the winning part is.
And here's another thing they're saying here. I'm reading on Drudge Report. It says a Sheen vows lawsuit, which he did, threatens to, quote, cut their throats. Now, that was another one of his ranting, rambling things that he was doing, that crazy Charlie was doing.
Yeah.
But he didn't mean cut the throats of the people that he was working for. It was an abstract, like the trolls, an abstract of people that are not with Charlie,
right,
kind of a thing. But the way they present it, again, the news and mainstream media,
he might murder somebody.
It's a better story.
Yeah.
It's a better story if this isn't a Charlie Sheen work.
Right.
If he's really crazy.
Hey, should we check our contracts for moral turpitude, by the way?
Moral turpitude?
That's a scary one. I didn't know you could get fired for moral turpitude.
Moral turpitude?
That's what they got him on. Moral turpitude.
Damn. What is turpitude?
Some committing a felony.
You got some bad turpitude. I'll tell you one thing. I got a bad turpitude. They're telling me I got a bad turpitude. Turpitude. Whatever, dude. Winning turpitude.
I understand a bad attitude, but a bad turpitude.
Turpitude.
That sounds really scary.
The fuck is turpitude?
They got him on moral turpitude.
Turpitude. Duh. Turpitude. Duh. Turpitude. Turpitude.
But most of this is a work. Can he start partying again at any moment? Yes. Yeah. But right now, this is a work. And the media just doesn't fucking see it.
And that's why he keeps going. Because they don't blow it off as just, oh, look, this guy has got to be... He's displaying self-destructive behavior because losing his gig, this whole thing where he can't keep a chick, and the fights and drug things in hotels that he's been through. He's displayed that self-destructive shit, and this is a prime example. So he does have that really going for him. That's the real part of it.
Yeah, he's not completely sane.
But right. But this whole completely crazy hair fucking flying like a wild man, yelling into one video camera that's 5 inches from his face. It's calculated.
Yeah, Charlie knows how to film himself. He's been around a while. That video of him where you see the camera coming up from the table, from underneath the table, that's a horrible angle for anybody.
Right.
And he knows that.
Right.
And then you turn on your lighter and you're smoking into it, and then you put the tip of the cigarette right next to the camera lens. That's all fucking weird, scary shit.
It's weird stuff. It's weirdness.
Right. And that's exactly what he was going for. Yeah. Why would he put the camera underneath the table? He's that crazy?
Yeah, he when just over the weekend, he had the cameras on some kind of a tripod, or it was a webcam on a laptop that was on a surface. So he wasn't doing the crazy Charlie cam.
And then during that video, he's talking to one of his guys and strategizing.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you really need a really good tweet to start the morning.
Yeah.
Like, they all are aware of the attention he's getting.
No real spontaneity there.
No, he's like, you really got to think about the next tweet. It's got to be a really good one.
Yeah.
He's like, I just woke up. And then, I don't know, the guy said something about orange juice or something. He's like, orange juice? I'm not tweeting about orange.
And meanwhile, it was like at 7 o'clock Pacific time.
Last night
is when it was broadcast, but you could tell.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the one I saw on YouTube.
Oh, the one you saw.
Yeah, the one under the table where they were strategizing.
Oh, that one. Well, that one, too, I believe was recorded. Yeah, that one was definitely recorded.
Oh, yeah, because there were cuts in it.
And you could tell, like, that they're recorded and edited, and he's not, the times don't line up. It's supposed to be nighttime, but he's talking about lunch. And what meeting he has to take at 1 p.m. Meanwhile, that's over already. So all of it, like you said, is right there in front of everybody. And I liked the take you said with his violence and what he's going to be doing. What he's going to be doing to people.
Yeah, there's a Fonzie thing happening here.
Fonzie
with Charlie Sheen. He's threatening everybody. He's going to cut this guy's throat. He doesn't mean literally.
Check it.
And
beware trolls.
The trolls, all that shit. He's got to now do something because we're all waiting now. Okay,
but it's like Fonzie, where he's like, oh, look out for Fonz, but you never saw him beat anybody up.
Right.
The whole time.
So Charlie can't keep threatening, and now he has to act. Or the threats start to sound really, really silly. Somebody's, Steve on Long Island, we don't have time to go to right now. He goes, do you guys really think he's going to recover? Well, he obviously needs help.
Yeah, he does need some. I'm not sure what kind of help he needs.
We're not saying he's completely sane, but he's also smart enough to really play this to the media and the people out there.
He's putting on a get me in a straitjacket crazy Charlie Sheen. That's what he's putting on, and that's what some of the mainstream media is buying into.
Yeah, and he's not at that level.
No,
he's not at that point at all.
He's got problems and issues that I think he's had for years and years and years.
Right.
He's successfully done TV shows during these issues that he's had and everything, and I think he's seeing this opportunity to play this crazy guy on this webcast. I think he's seeing a way to try to monetize it. Not that he's going to monetize it to the extent that he would if he just would have stayed on the fucking show. But that's what he's doing.
And that show only had 2 years left.
Yeah.
And now he would have banked a shitload of money, and then he could have moved on with whatever he...
do whatever he wants then.
Right, but there's nothing to move on to at this point. Major League 3, I get douche chills every time he mentions it.
He might have gotten another show.
Who wants to see Major League 3?
I know. Danny, yeah. Come on.
Charlie Sheen. Why don't we play a couple of these? Sheen's Corner, episode 2. We just got some highlights.
And you know what? Let's listen to it and try to interpret it as the mainstream media would.
Right.
And then what it really was.
Well,
it really is just Charlie trying to be crazy.
First clip, he has to admit that his Ustream show sucked a dick.
Right.
Am I going on tonight? I don't know. I gotta get a tweet out there and let them know that.
Okay. This is him strategizing.
Now, this isn't from last night's show?
No.
Okay.
No. There was something that he recorded this while we were on yesterday.
Yeah.
This became aware while we were on yesterday morning, and we just didn't have time to go to it. And he's strategizing, proving our point.
Yeah.
That he's aware, and he's like,
aware.
Okay, what can we do next that keeps the interest up?
Am I going on tonight? I don't know. I gotta get a tweet out there and let them know that last night was a shameful train wreck filled with like blind cuddly puppies. A shameful train wreck filled with blind cuddly puppies.
Don't acknowledge that. Fuck you. Last night you had a blast. You had fun, and you plan to make it more fun. Something like that. Think positive. Fuck. Don't address any of the bad press. Don't address any of the boring doldrums like that.
Exactly, because here's the truth. You want the truth? I tried to use their format. I don't fit into their format. Their format is shit. Their format is cat shit. Their format is cat shit stuck to the bottom of my sprinting shoe, of my world record breaking sprinting perfect platinum Nike.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
See, and now he's making fun of the people that know how to do a Ustream show, know how to do a podcast, know how to do radio.
It's that format, you know, like getting on the medium, whichever it is that you choose, and being interesting and or compelling and entertaining.
The fact is, you don't know what the fuck you're doing,
right,
Charlie Sheen.
That's the format.
Sorry, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're a very confused guy as far as putting a show together.
Yeah.
So obviously had to admit that it sucked. He didn't think it sucked, by the way.
No.
After the fact, when he saw the critiques coming in, he goes, "Oh fuck, they really hated it."
He thought
so. Now I got to
great.
spin this thing in my favor.
He thought it was great.
And here they go, strategizing the next tweet. When a lot of people out there are thinking, "Wow, what is he going to tweet next? He's crazy."
Stream of unconsciousness.
Yeah, just coming out of his brain, out of nowhere.
Insane.
But this is what really is going on.
Hey, give me a tweet that has nothing to do with Sheen's Corner just to start the day. Tell somebody that you spilled your orange juice in your kitchen. I don't care what you say. Just let's start people off without talking about that. We'll get into that later.
That would imply that I care about orange juice and I have a kitchen.
Let's talk about the magic tray.
There you go. There you go. The magic tray is filled with magic, period, the end. You're lucky when it's revealed to you. You're lucky if you can touch it. You're lucky if you can say the words magic tray.
That's it.
See?
What? Gah! Jar! Foiled again. Hello, are you there? We need to hack up the person responsible for this bad connection. Hack him up into pieces in front of his children.
So he's crazy.
See, and then he's like talking about hacking people up in front of the children. That crazy Charlie Sheen. Like,
just keep in mind once again, Fonzie.
Yeah.
A lot of threats going on. When are we going to see one of these threats come?
But nothing really happening.
Nothing happening. He wants to chop children up. He's threatening to cut this guy's throat. But he's really the threats are based on.
And his threat there was to the guy in charge of the connection.
Yeah.
So like, who is that?
Who is that
that
crazy
guy
Charlie?
that now has to hide under
Who's
a
that
bed?
Crazy Charlie?
Yeah, come on, crazy Charlie. Who's that? But the news would be like, he's been threatening to chop people up.
He's threatening to kill people.
Not really.
Call him out on it.
Yeah.
Call him out. Like, no one called out Fonzie.
Yeah, no one called out the Fonz.
You never saw Fonzie fight.
Hey, watch it. Look out, Fonzie's here. And you're like, Fonz, you never punched anyone.
Yeah.
We never sort of, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then the audience would go,
oh, here it comes.
And then you'd have to, like, maybe Cunningham would turn to the audience and say something like, hey, people, he's never punched anyone.
Someone had to call out Fonzie.
You hear some like some clamoring in the audience, and he's like, Cunningham.
Yeah.
And he goes, go ahead, hit me, Fonzie. Hey.
Right.
And then he'd have to leave Arnold's because he just looks silly.
And then say something like, next time.
Yeah. Hey, you wait till next time.
We got that going on with Charlie.
That's Charlie Sheen Fonzie.
A lot of threats going
Charlie
absolutely
Fonzie
nowhere.
Sheen.
It's nice to watch the entire country getting sick of him at the same time.
Who are you?
Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hi. I just can't just listen to Charlie Sheen clips without fucking comment. The whole country is tired of this guy already, me included, and I defended him.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's
an asshole. Are you seeing this as a complete work?
No, he's not. He's just crazy, and he can't believe that he blew it.
I don't think he's as crazy as he wants to come off.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not legally insane. He's just a boob, and he overplayed his hand.
Yes, overplayed it.
And now
Very good.
And now he's playing this new character that he thinks people think he is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
There's definitely some craziness here, but not as crazy as these clips would make.
But
you think.
he's playing this character at the cost of losing his kids, his gig, his chick, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like he's losing everything. There's no winning going on.
I'll tell you right now, rumors about a reality show, that would be the biggest mistake. Because this guy can't do anything.
No.
He can't do anything. He needs his kids back.
He can do.
What is he going to do?
Here's what he can do. He could take a script and be directed and do
like one of that,
an act. He's an actor. He's a Hollywood actor, most of which are not very entertaining people when they're not reading other people's words and standing where other people tell them to stand in front of things that other people built.
This will be a complete bust by Friday.
Yeah.
And then it'll lead to him having to go back to doing coke, by the way.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Once the attention starts getting off of him, he'll be like...
Oh, yeah. And then it'll be too late. Look, no, here I am on my Ustream doing coke for you.
Oh, jeez,
it's too late, Charlie.
Rails on his
too
desk.
Late.
He's making a fool out of himself.
He really is.
Yes, exactly.
Now he's just making a fool out of himself.
Viacom fired Tom Cruise. Like, those guys, man, you can do what you do, but to just continually motherfuck them. And somebody theorized to me, I wonder if the Ustream show got him fired. I wonder if CBS was sitting on waiting a reason to fire him so they don't have to pay him. And maybe contractually he's not allowed to do another broadcast. And when he called it Sheen's Corner or whatever it was, that might have fucking given them legal reason to fire him.
Well, they said
they were just sitting back. Oh, well, they got.
What was that
Do you
word?
think they wanted to forgive him, or do you think they were waiting for him to fuck up?
I think they were, because Charlie wasn't completely going after them. He kept it in that range. We were talking about this last week. He kept it in that range where he could put all the pieces back together and get back on 2.5 Men. And Warner Brothers was doing the same thing. They were kind of just sitting there like, which way is this going to go?
Right.
And then they finally said, fuck this, we're done with him. And then I agree with you, Jimmy, where they were trying to figure out what they could fire him for.
Do you think if he had just shut up like after a few days and stopped,
yeah, he would have been back.
He would have been okay.
And
Right?
I think if he quietly would have met with them, and been like,
and faded out a little bit.
Yeah,
look, I was just blowing off some steam, whatever.
I'm detaxing. I'm coming off drugs, and like I'm a little loopy and fucking crazy.
They would have absolutely.
There was a period
back.
of time where it could have went either way. That Warner Brothers was holding out because let's be honest, that show made a shitload of money for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They didn't want to just blow it off. And Charlie wasn't sure what he wanted to do. So, he went after the creator, but not in a way where they couldn't fix it.
Right.
And they got him for moral turpitude.
Moral turpitude is what they got him for.
I wonder if the Jewish stuff got him, because you fuck with you when you start. He was calling the guy by his real Jewish name, and then there was that weird text. And it's like, man, Hollywood, they're tired of the anti-Semitism. They don't play games with that stuff. But I don't know if that did it, but
his excuse was,
and also maybe they were negotiating with somebody else, going, we could get this show back on the air with somebody else.
Right. That's what they're thinking of doing.
So maybe they were thinking that strategy out, too.
I've heard Jim J. Bullock.
Oh, God.
Who was that one guy that was in every sitcom? Ted McKinley.
Oh, yeah, Ted McGinley.
McGinley.
Oh,
right.
McGinley will
he would
take
be
him
perfect.
Hey there, Bob.
He's sitting around waiting for his phone to ring. And John Carr.
I got a bad feeling about this show.
And no one's talking about John Cryer. That guy's got to be on suicide watch.
Why isn't anybody talking to him?
Huh?
Why isn't anybody talking to him?
Because he's sitting at home praying that they're going to keep this show together somehow. And they will. I don't know. Most likely it won't be successful, but they'll get another season
Someone
out of
different or Darren Stevens? I'm wondering what they're going to do.
No, they're going to have to go with Charlie's move to wherever, and
they'll take the fake phone call from Charlie Sheen's character.
And here's his brother because the kid still needs parenting, even though the kid's 30 now.
Yeah.
They'll make fun of it.
Maybe the kid will be one of the men, and they'll just get a new kid.
That could,
and it's still 2.5 men because the kid is, he's like a man now anyway.
Because there's some egos involved too, and I bet you there's a bunch of people that want to go, oh, really, Charlie? This show's going to continue to be successful without you.
The
odds of that happening, you got to be honest, that's going to be a tough one. But they're going to try.
Yeah.
They'll try for at least a year because everybody will tune that show in.
Yeah.
I bet you, they'll make fun of the fact that he went off the deep end. Like, they'll somehow reference it with, like you said, a phone call or something. They'll make fun of it, though. You have to in this day and age because everyone has the information.
Yeah.
40 years ago, you could do Darren Stevens, but now you just can't pull it off anymore.
You can't do a Darren Stevens.
Right.
Just plop a new guy in the character.
No, but, yeah, he's not winning. And when he said free at last, no one wants to give up a $2.5 million a week gig. Or you could have negotiated an out or something.
Yeah.
Sheen's Corner episode 3. So this is the one you saw last night. That I did not see this.
This was the one with the real just ranting and rambling. And it's so
he took our advice.
Yes.
We said the only reason people are following his Twitter and watching these videos because they want to see crazy, out of control Charlie Sheen.
Crazy Charlie.
But he can't officially be that, but he can play that as a character.
Yes. He was making faces. His hair was so fucked up, and he was he had the camera in a certain way where it looked really fucked up, and the light on him made him overexposed on his face, so he really looked pale.
Can we take a moment to just realize how smart we are?
Okay, take a moment.
Just think about how
moment
smart
of silence about how smart we are.
I'd like more than a moment, actually.
Oh, okay.
This is exactly what we said yesterday he needs to do. We're seers again.
We said, we're like crazy Charlie.
That's the only reason why people are interested. Most people are hoping that he ODs, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah, true.
They don't know him as a person.
They're
like,
care.
Fuck, I want to ride this right to the point where they pull the body bag out of his house.
Destruction, yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They don't want to see this guy clean. They want to see crazy Charlie right to the end.
I'm embarrassed for him at this point.
You are, right?
And not because I think he's too nuts for kids or anything, but it's almost like you're watching a guy trying too hard.
He's trying way too hard.
Conan had a funny tweet about Fonzie. He said it has to be said, but something about Fonzie's phrase "sit on it" did not age well, and I laughed at that. But that's what this is. This stuff is not already. It already seems kind of corny and
it's very corny.
It was wacky when you first said it, but now that it's your thing, it's dull.
It was also
saying the lines over and over again.
It was also wacky because you really bought into it.
Yeah,
but without an actual threat happening.
Yeah.
It just sounds silly every time he threatens somebody.
Now
and then he realizes when he was doing those catchphrases, at first I think they really just came off the top of his head.
Right.
And now he's like, oh, they're digging catchphrases. I got to come up with a new catchphrase every 10 minutes.
Fastball, fastball, fastball.
And there's a lot of fucking
winning.
A lot of swing and a miss catchphrases happening.
A lot of bad ones.
So that's what we should do today. Maybe go to the phones and all the catchphrases that didn't stick.
Flounder swimming. No.
Nah, sorry,
good.
Charlie. That's not going to fit on a T-shirt.
Hat in a cloud. Nah.
No, sorry. Yeah, no, not really.
Rambunctious. That's a winner. Rambunctious. We like that.
Because who hasn't been saying winning a million times? That one was great, but that was very organic. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. That's good. Rape, cool. Rape, cool. Duh, rape, cool.
All right, let's play the highlights from Sheen's Corner, episode 3. Sheen's guys asked about writing a tweet for him.
Okay, first thing, I'm getting ready to do the tweet to Meredith.
Okay.
It's morning there. You spelled it D-T-H. Is there an I in there? Is it really Meredith?
I forwarded you exactly how she spelled it. If she doesn't know how to spell her own name, then she loses. Oops. Bye-bye.
Okay,
We love you, Meredith.
That's it. Okay, next. Excuse me, no. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm gonna fuck
Maspagaccio. Where are you, in Italyville?
Huh?
Are you in Italyville still?
Yeah, I'm on Rome, and people are giving me pretty luck.
Romato, Maspiganja.
What you talking about, Willis? Yeah. He just starts doing catchphrases that are out there already. Shit. Oh, cussing Larry.
Jimmy nailed it, though, man. He's trying way too hard now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God, it's douchey.
You're embarrassed for him.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed for him.
Sorry. Up your nose with a rubber hose. Tweet it, text it, dynamite.
God, a publicist really did do him well.
Dynamite.
He really needed somebody standing in front of him as a barricade to keep his idiocy in.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Like, does he have any credibility in Hollywood, or is it just one of his friends
I'm guessing a buddy or assistant.
Yeah, it's in his Twitter who he's following.
So
it's like the bot. It's like the first guy he followed.
I guess we're trolls because we're not Team Sheen anymore. Sorry. I was in at first. I was like, wow, this is pretty crazy stuff. But now it's
shake it up.
Now it's just
shake it up.
They talk about their deal with interns. Charlie says crazy thing.
Of course.
And crazy is an exclamation point.
Oh yeah, of course.
So maybe not too crazy, huh?
Maybe not really.
All right, listen to this next clip with what Jimmy said. Trying too hard.
Yeah.
There's a douche chillness to it.
It's like when you tell someone they're funny. You ever tell someone they're funny who's not a comic or in the business, like a relative, and then for the rest of the night they try to make you laugh? That's what this is like. Where you tell someone they have a good voice and then they continue to sing in the car when you were only being polite.
But I really believed that.
No, I didn't mean you.
But I really believed it when you said that, Jimmy.
Well, I thought you could sing. I heard you humming a little bit. We were in the shower. Was I going to not be polite?
Duh. Nano. Duh. Pat from Menaki keeps them coming.
Fuck, I wish I could take credit for this one. Coke Logic. Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
You know, I've fallen and I can't get up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Charlie, you're a joke. That's what we're saying today. Not buying it. Sorry. Joke.
Where's the beef?
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm crazy, wild. Time to make the donuts. Winning. Time to make the donuts.
Jason in Tampa. Fuck, I want to be coming up with these myself. Why am I reading? I could think of this shit.
Great.
You look marvelous.
Duh. Could you dig that? I knew that you could.
I knew that's good. I knew that you could.
Here's one. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, fuck. That's hilarious. Charlie. What is he doing?
He's trying much too hard.
It isn't like they fucked with him and did anything and it's hard to, you didn't want to defend networks. You never, but what did they didn't, he had a gig.
Right. He put himself in a tough position because maybe part of him is like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just party on cam now. But he can't because of the kids thing. So he's in this weird fucking quandary. Yeah. So he's got to fake that he might be on coke and drinking. Because I really think he's trying to stay sober at this moment.
Right.
But it could change at any moment. As you know, Jim.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
They talk about, the crazy stuff from Charlie.
Well, I nailed this deal with interns.com.
Yeah, and?
Brilliant. Please look at the email so that you can give the go-ahead because they want the tweet at before 1 o'clock today.
Okay, that gives us like 6,000 hours.
See, the tweets are calculated when they want them.
It's got to be by a certain time. And this is that intern.
What happened to just off-the-cuff tweeting that was kind of enjoyable at first? But there were rumors right from the get-go that there was somebody behind his Twitter really helping him out.
Looking good. Duh.
Steve Yu from Buffalo. Time to pump you up. Duh. Tiger blood pumping you up.
Pump you up.
You're a dope, Charlie.
Like 6,000 hours.
Record breaker, dude. It's a record breaker.
Okay, good. What is it?
Guinness. It's 8 six figures. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, as it should be. Duh. We're still getting gypped.
Have you had your breakfast yet, my friend?
No, I'm smoking a cigarette and drinking something I won't reveal. Unless they pay me.
Okay, what can I do for you? Anything?
You can get home and, give me a big hug and avoid some eye contact.
All right, I'll be there to kiss both cheeks and give you a big hug.
Would that be facial or buttle? Facial or buttle?
Say that again?
Would that be facial or buttle?
I'm a facial.
Okay, we'll start in the facial area.
He's a real fucking bore, huh? And the guy on the other end of the line is very telling. He doesn't think Charlie's crazy. He's laughing at his silly new character.
He's just like, what are you doing?
Anthony. You want to go with Kiss My Grits? Or where's the other one? Fuck, there's another one.
Kiss My Grits.
Where the fuck was the other one?
Winning grits. Kiss them.
I'm a wild and crazy guy.
Oh, God, it's embarrassing, man.
Charlie, I don't understand. Well, then you might be a redneck. Duh.
Duh.
Isn't that special?
Waddle doodle. Duh.
To the moon, Alice. Duh.
To the moon. Oh, shit.
It's like I always say, pardon me, do you have any grape upon?
He's the worst now. This is him trying way too hard.
Charlie is a joke.
What's making noise up there in the air? Oh, deplane. Yeah. Winning.
Sock it to you.
Yeah.
Jason, thank you, Tampa.
Goal.
A-bomb from A-Rod. That's what he said.
Don't tase me, bro. Fucking. They're coming in way too fast. There's a Bookham Dano.
Bookham Dano.
Duh, Baba Booey. and Mike in Hoboken. I don't have time to go to the phones. It's too crazy right now. But he writes, Rachel. You know that. Rachel. It's one of your classic lines, right?
Oh, Rachel, you've come back. Yeah. Winning.
Did we do Get Her Done? We did, right?
No, not yet.
Get her done.
Gotta make sure that we get them all out. Crazy Charlie talks about his crazy new book.
Oh shit, it's insane.
Well, but you know, I'm gonna reach out to who's the founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him because I think we should do my book. Incidentally, the title, best title of all time, Apocalypse Me: The Jaws of Life.
Should we get Bezos on the phone?
That's exactly the reaction you should have got, Charlie, from your own guy that kisses your ass.
Apocalypse Me: The Jaws of Life.
Is that what he said?
See, it's just.
That's crazy.
It's crazy because it doesn't even make sense.
It's brilliant because Charlie said.
It's brilliant. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'll be back.
Go with Monster Rain for a title or something.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Me: The Jaws of Life.
Should we get Bezos on the phone?
Apocalypse Me: The Jaws.
He heard you.
I know, man. The repeating of it is it's douchey.
He's mad that he didn't get the reaction.
No.
Me: The Jaws of Life. That was brilliant. You should see the images. Yeah, get him to call me today because I'm going to sell this thing through Amazon and through Kindle. That way we save a bunch of trees because they give us our oxygen, face it, right? And we love trees. Must keep as many around as we can. Must maybe even marry a tree. Marry a tree because, you know, the other type of marriage for me didn't work. So I'm just going to marry a tree.
Yeah, see, that's not going to trend. Marry a tree won't trend today,
Marry a
Charlie.
tree.
I'm sorry.
Another
swing and a miss.
You won't be seeing hashtag marry a tree.
No, Charlie, sorry. Another fucking miss.
That's his stream of consciousness.
Yeah, it's
kinda,
crazy
He's
talk
crazy.
from Charlie.
It's like Charlie Manson is what he's doing.
So what's going to end up happening?
Helter skelter.
He's going to have to go back on the fucking coke to get the real craziness back out.
Yeah.
He's trying to be like a wacky Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah.
He thinks like he's an oracle, like just this larger than life figure.
It really
who
is.
says things that just reach people in a weird way.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening. No one's being reached.
Well, at first,
You don't think it's a snail crawling on the edge of a straight razor?
It's exactly, hey, are you an assassin, Willard?
You're a grocery clerk sent to collect a bill.
But he reminds me of a guy who's trying to be a stream of consciousness, random genius.
Yeah. No.
Because he found it at Amazon, didn't he? Like just a random genius.
Yeah. It's so fucking douchey.
Oh, boy.
And more importantly, I'd love to get booked on his podcast.
Oh, of course.
I'd love to.
But he's not going to do a podcast anymore because he can't do it, so then he makes fun of all the people that can.
Oh, he's going to do it.
I said it yesterday. Our
10
listeners,
pre-tape.
do better podcasts than Charlie Sheen did. I've checked out a bunch of them. And there's some guys that, trying and doing all right with it.
Oh, my God.
So then he has to make fun of people that actually know how to fucking do that shit. Yeah.
I'm the Sheen's Corner fugitive. Winning. Look for me when Charlie says something crazy that starts with a hashtag. You might know me because I married a tree. And I'm crazy. I am the fugitive.
The fugitive.
I'm thinking Breitbart should pick up this audio today because no one has this angle. They're all still buying into it. That he actually might have snuck on a roof somewhere in L.A. with a machete.
Stop.
Shut the fuck up.
He's trying so fucking hard.
Here, we got one more clip from
hard.
Charlie Sheen's Corner, episode 3.
This
is where he talks to Billy Bush on the phone about getting fired.
Oh.
So this
this
is
exclusive.
Yeah, this is good. You think he's going to talk normally here, or he's going to...
Well, it's going to be Crazy Sheen. Crazy Sheen.
And you think Billy Bush will play his role, or will he step out of his role and go, look, Charlie, stop. You're trying too hard, and this is just silly talk that's not really crazy at all.
Let's see. I have no idea.
Charles, your reaction to what is this? Warner Brothers has fired you.
Yeah, well, whatever. I guess if you can't process a guy or realize his value, you must terminate him. It's so juvenile. It is the work of infants.
With extreme prejudice.
Which guy?
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
Which guy is this?
This is In Between Sheen.
In between, you call
In
it?
Between Sheen.
So many layers of
He's
this guy.
crazy.
So many layers
But
to
he's
figure
really
out.
calculated.
This is Crazy Charlie, who realizes the gig he blew.
Because he was riding this back to, look, let's get this back together. Now he's like, oh, fuck.
This is a cinder block of reality in your face, Sheen.
And then he can't even do a podcast properly, so he's really fucked.
Yeah.
It is the work of silly infants. And it's just, if this is what it had to come to get me out of those silly shirts, then so be it.
You find out that today, within a couple hours ago, or when it...
No, I found out like 5 minutes ago.
How did you find out?
I guess I got a text or something. But, and here's another thing. These guys are such yellow cockroaches that they didn't even have the decency to call me. I put $5 in their cheap suit pockets. It's just deplorable. And they should be ashamed of themselves.
That's how it always goes down. When they're done with you, they're done with you.
This didn't sound like completely off the cuff, wild, rambling Charlie. What happened?
This is a maniac who is somehow thinly veiling that he's devastated that he's been fired from a $2 million a week job. This is wacky guy realizing that he has blown an $8 million a month job.
This is almost like this.
Hi, Charlie. It's Bob Eatman. It doesn't look good. That Sex for Sam thing didn't go over too well. Don't care. Good. What are we going to do about it? Don't care. Winning. I really like that gig. What are we going to do for 2 years?
I was thinking the same thing yesterday.
Oh,
you always feel like you're winning until you get the call and go, oh, what the fuck?
Fired?
Right.
What? How dare they?
And then there's a lot of tears.
Do you know how hard it is to have the #1 comedy on television?
Oh, shit.
That's really fucking hard, man.
It doesn't happen often, huh, Jimmy?
No.
Doesn't happen to a lot of people.
Who's had 2?
Imagine Seinfeld fucking up this
Frasier.
bad in the middle of when he was top of the game.
Right.
Kelsey Grammer, I think
Kelsey
you're right.
Grammer was.
Yeah, you're
Kelsey
right.
Grammer.
Probably had 2.
He's right.
It was from a spinoff.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know who else would be.
But it's very, very, I didn't even think Kelsey Grammer. It's very rare.
He wanted to get this whole thing back together.
God, dude. He's a guy who dared his girlfriend to fuck somebody else. Go ahead, I dare you. And she finally did.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's what he's facing. And she can't unfuck the guy. It cannot be undone. And that's what the firing is.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a story soon that he's, partying again and has an out-of-control moment again, because now he has nothing to lose.
Yeah, because this is...
Because he was really trying to... He realized, fuck, I took it too far. I got to get my shit together. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a little fun with this. And then they yanked him anyway. And now he has nothing to lose. He's not getting his kids back anytime soon. They got to figure that out, right?
Yeah, well, his custody thing. Yeah.
So here's the rest of that clip.
It's just deplorable, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Did you not see this coming?
I kind of sensed it. My daimon was leading toward that, but I don't know that I thought they'd be this foolish, but clearly they are.
It seems to me the show is not canceled, though. I mean, they're going to try and replace you, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they can try all they want, but it'll be a different show. I'm sure it'll be fine. Whatever, people will tune in for, the first one. I'm more worried about my children right now than any of this nonsense,
So, yeah, they are going to probably go on with the show, and they're going to just try to squeeze the last bit of money out of it.
Right.
They're aware that they're fucked, too, but they'll probably get a good year out of it, maybe two if they're lucky.
They'll have a big meeting with the sales staff that has to sell the time, and it'll be like, just, go with the whole thing, like, all the publicity around Charlie Sheen, that's still attached to the show.
And we'll squeeze a little more money out, and then we'll move on. Yeah. The ratings will be massively huge at first, because the curiosity of what are they doing with the show without Charlie, and then it'll drop off drastically and quickly, and then the show will go away, but they'll make another, boatload of money off it.
Winning.
This might be a bad example, but MASH survived after season 3. Now, this has been much longer, but after season 3 when McLean Stevenson left, they survived Trapper John leaving. They survived Frank Burns leaving. They what else survived? A big Cheers survived Shelley Long leaving.
But when you have an ensemble cast that has so many personalities in it,
that's true.
Like MASH, I mean,
John Cryer.
As long as you had Alan Alda on there, and he had a foil, and
John Cryer's no Alan Alda.
No. Yes, no.
But, other shows have survived. I don't think this one will, by the way. I was just making an example.
No, I don't think so either. I think there'll be a huge spike in ratings the beginning of the season, then it'll drop off week to week until they have to cancel it.
The graph will completely mirror whatever this Charlie Sheen thing does.
Right.
A big spike up and a big spike down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Charlie goes into an actual rehab in the near future.
He's so dead set against it.
I understand.
We've heard
that.
Crazy
a lot of
Charlie talk about that.
Don't want to deal with that, but now it's like he's got to prove himself to Hollywood again.
Yeah.
Hey, do your homework.
Oh, somebody's trying out for the role.
Are you trying out for 2.5 Men, Jimmy?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We could get you some lines, maybe.
Yeah. What, coke?
Yeah, you're going to need that.
I banged a stripper there once. Tuscaloosa.
That was good. That was good.
Don't ask him. He sounds gay.
That's edgy.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
John Cryer.
John Cryer.
Beam me up. The catchphrase is still coming in there. Beam me up. Beam me up to my next gig.
Duh.
He kind of has like a Colin Quinn thing happening and a Scott Farrell thing happening. It's a little combination of the two.
It's just...
Well, there you go.
It's too put on. It's too trying too hard.
Yeah, I know the rest of the media is listening, so it's simple.
Fonzie.
Charlie Sheen becoming a joke. There's your headline, okay? Go with it. Trust me on this.
Yeah.
Go with it.
Don't worry so much about the what it looks like on the outside. Mm-hmm. Do a little digging and see what he's doing here. It's very calculated.
Yes.
Don't just go with the Charlie Sheen's crazy story. Do a little research.
All right, Jimmy's back for a little bit.
Yes.
And then you leave us again.
I leave Thursday during the day. I pushed my San Francisco flight back so I could be here for longer.
Oh, Frisco.
Yay. I'm in the Cobs this weekend.
All right, when we get back, we obviously got to talk about Mike DiStefano for a few minutes. Just fucking horrible, tragic news.
Oh, did you guys? I woke up to that yesterday in L.A., but you didn't know.
We didn't know when we were on the air.
Okay.
We didn't know.
No.
I started getting tweets right after the show.
Yeah.
And Jimmy certainly knew him very well.
Yeah.
We knew him pretty well. I mean, he started doing our show.
Yeah.
And, well, we'll talk about it after the break, all right?
Yar.
All right.